What's going on, guys? It's Bryce from FitCircus. I'm back in the video. In today's video, we got some Carti news. Actually, Playboi Carti is active again, so we're gonna get into this new interview that we have from Playboi Carti. I'm sure you've heard about it, but in this video, I'm gonna read over the entire interview, go over every single line this man spoke to us, and basically give you my thoughts, what I think it means, is there a rollout on the way, but let's just get into it. So, if you don't know, Playboi Carti just did an interview with Numero Berlin, and it's online, it's on the internet. Without further ado, make sure you leave a like, show some love to the channel, any support I'd appreciate greatly, but let's get into it. So, here's the interview. Playboi Carti, the headline says, I work every day as if I'm not who I am, and I don't have what I have. That's enough to keep me going every day, and like I said, anything that you work at, you can get to that level. Okay, now, I have seen a lot of the headlines for this interview, and it seems like it's a whole lot of nothing, but like I said, we're gonna go through this. So, they ask him, with your multi-continent arena tour antagonist on the horizon, do you ever think you'll be where you are today? He says, I'm very blessed, it feels surreal, I want to take advantage of the moment, give everything the best I can. As a kid, I dreamed of being a superhero, every day's a blessing, I'm just happy to be here, you know what I'm saying, and the things I do for the world. And they asked, do you feel like a superhero? He said, yes, I do. On some days, I feel like a superhero with my kids for sure, which is funny, Carti, beating the deadbeat father allegations, so you love to see it. He said, where do you go from here? Carti says, I keep creating, It's all about the art, pushing the boundaries. Carti's done that a lot. Whole lot of red. I'm looking at you. From Atlanta, came from nothing. That's a vibe. I just want to keep working. Anything you continue to work on, you get there. I work, stay in the studio 24/7. I never change when it comes to my work ethic. I work every day as if I'm not who I am, and I don't have what I have. That's enough to keep me going every single day. And like I said, anything you work at, get to that level, which is interesting because I believe 100% that Carti's in the studio all the fucking time. I mean, that shit is behind locked doors, and we will probably never hear 99.99% of that, but I believe that Carti's in the studio every day. I mean, if you just look at the progression from Whole Lotta Red, version 1, 2, and 3, always changing the sound, always going forward. I think we're going to get something similar with this album, so they continue by asking, has it always been your nature to dream big? He says, yes, I most definitely have. Atlanta's most definitely the home of hip-hop, and I feel like when it comes to music in Atlanta, we have a lot of creative artists coming out of Atlanta every day. Seeing someone start here and get to there, it influences everyone else, which is true. That's why you get a lot of new vibes, new sounds, new styles coming out of the city, because everyone's surrounding is just fully taken off. Completely agree. I mean, going back to Outkast and even before with trap music, talking Gucci, T.I., Jeezy, Atlanta is the home of that shit. So seeing Carti kind of carry that torch, you love to see it. You really do. They continue asking, tell me about the community. What's the process like Death and Tune to your self-titled mixtape, where you were working with people like A$AP Rocky? Says, everything's organic, everything happens for a reason. Me and Rocky was one of the best things that could ever happen in my life. Very genuine, everything's organic. He's a genius, one of a kind, not to pick up great things around great people. I feel like rooms that you surround yourself with most definitely can alter whatever's going to happen in your career. You put yourself in a room with people who are not being positive, not this, not that, and that's the type of energy you don't have. Put yourself in a room with the energy you need. Sometimes a lot of people start off in a lot of rooms, they might need to get out. That should be enough to make you want to go out and get it too, because the lifestyles are the best of both worlds. You get where you come from, get where you're going, it's just balancing. You might take the positives from being a fucked up situation right here and use that as a plus when you get you followers. I get a lot of my swag and a lot of my vibe from the people in Atlanta, being around different people. I didn't grow up with a lot of rich people. I've never had a rich partner, rich homie. I assume he's talking about back in the day, because definitely now. So it was the stuff I've been doing, the way I move, how I was raised. We don't take everything we got from where you came from, but we take the positive things, which I like to see. Carti is taking, inspiration from other. He's giving his flowers to other, not even famous people, just people he's grown up around, which I love to see. I mean, Carti with the whole fashion, the street culture, definitely more so in 2018, you could see that Carti was influenced by those around him. They continue by saying, do you always have a sense of yourself as an artist? I've always loved clothes, like I was just saying fashion. I've always loved fashion. I always loved cameras. I don't think Carti likes cameras, I'm gonna be honest. I love graffiti, I love street culture, I love skate culture, I love rock culture. My mom, she's from New York. She was a big impact in my life because she showed me a lot of different things. My mom was stuck on one thing, so I was the cool guy in the hood, and I was trying out new things, like I was the first person in the hood wearing skinny jeans. I believe it. I believe it. That was like the meme when Whole Lotta Red was coming out. Carti's wearing skinny jeans. Everyone thought that shit was hilarious, so did I. And then they continue saying, what does it feel like being that person in the community? Do you feel like things you were doing influenced people around you? Carti says, I never did it for the audience. Cap. Everything I did because it was the way I felt, expressing my feelings, the way I dress, my expectations, and the way I move. That's how I start. And then you might get a reaction. You see the people you're inspiring, but everything is for the self at first. Now, I know I just said cat for that, but I get what he's saying. Carti is a narcissist. So I think everything is for him, but come on. You love the audience, but it is what it is. So were you surprised when songs like Sky got much traction and resonated with people? Carti says, it's a blessing. When I make music, my goal is for everything to be relatable. Like I might have a song and it might be uplifting, might have a song that has a fast pace, you might want people to rock out to it, different audience that actually works out to it. When I dropped Whole Lotta Red, a lot of people told me they were working out to my music. It's some hard 808 sound. I thought that was the coolest thing ever because these are the type of people who probably wouldn't or weren't listening to me. It's most definitely a great feeling. It's a blessing and I appreciate everything that God has laid in front of me. Christianity? I just want my music to be relatable. I want my music to be heard. I want my music to touch a lot of people, and that's why I'm here pushing the boundaries, bro. That's it. Which makes sense. Everything Carti said there makes sense. Bro is pushing the boundaries more than anyone else, and I like that he noticed that, like, you know, a lot of people said Whole Lotta Red was a gym project, and Carti clearly got that feedback and implemented it. I think he's going to implement similar things, similar sounds into the next project, try to get other people, like he said, who wouldn't listen to his music to listen to it. So we could pretty much guarantee a little bit of experimentation on the new album, but I think we are expecting that. But I'm gonna continue. They asked, is that what motivates you most? He says, I'm taking this shit to the next level at all times. Everything I do, from the music, clothing, lifestyle, this is the only thing I'm good at, and I love doing what I do. I just love making people smile, making people happy, and that's my goal for my music. You can't make everybody like you, but I appreciate the people that do relate to my music, and I appreciate people that do try to listen to my music. If you don't like it, that's understandable. There are hundreds of artists out there, but I most definitely have a lot to show the world. I just really love to push the boundaries and show the world that I have a lot more in me. I have a lot that you guys haven't seen. I have a lot. It doesn't stop. That's exciting. That's exciting to read right there. He continues saying, everything drives me, everyone, you know, my family, my fans, my friends, my kids, just that alone makes me wake up and want to get it. The night I dropped my album, we were in the studio the same night making new music. I'm not there yet at all. The goal is to get there, and when I get there, I probably won't even realize I'm there, and I probably would be saying, I'm not there yet. Now, I really like that blurb. Like I said, it's getting hype for the new album. I mean, Carti's always working, always moving, on to the next thing. I mean, you never know what we're going to get with him, and there isn't too much information so far in this interview, but like, regardless, Carti's talking about music a lot, and this is being put out, you know, at a convenient time, you know. Antagonist tour, I made a video on this already, but I think he's gonna drop in between this little leg right here you're looking at, in between that December and January slot before the US tour. I think that's when Carti's dropping, and this interview has kind of really pushed me to think that, because it is kind of the start of the rollout, and you know, tour is gonna start, and the European leg, and we might get some preview to new songs, but I'm getting too ahead of myself. Let's continue with the interview. They say, do you think your change in circumstances has changed your way you write music? Carti says, yes, lifestyle and regular human situations, stuff like that, family and girlfriends. Yeah, this plays a big part in my music, yes, of course, but your mentality hasn't changed, right? Yes, sir, exactly, definitely. Do you feel you write about different things now? He says, yes, I have a lot to say. I'm really alone here. I stay myself a lot. Other than that, my family, my team, Opium. But other than that, I'm usually by myself, just me and my 2 engineers. So sometimes I come to the studio and going on the mic is like keeping a diary, which is interesting. You know, it sounds like Carti's always making music. So hearing that, he's kind of spilling it all out. We might get a little bit of a conscious Carti on the new album. On a few tracks, we got a little bit of conscious Carti and a Whole Lotta Red, but I would not mind some more. The interview continues. We got these last 2 blurbs here. He said, would it be fair to say your lyricism has become more internal over time? Carti says, I feel like my mind is just so broad. I'm really on to the next thing so fast. When you think too hard about certain things, it stops you from being creative. Like, it just alters certain shit. So I really try to stay out of my head. I try to stay out of my phone and just try to lock in. I'm in my surroundings. I'm recording in Paris. I love Paris. Amazing. I was recording in a cave for 3 months, and all the music that came out was just chaotic and crazy. Then I'm in a glass house somewhere in the hills, and the music is just very good to the ears. And then I'm in Atlanta, and the tensions are high, and the music is biting. So it's just the little things like that that keep me going, because I'm just trying to talk to myself. Now, Playboi Carti recording in a cave? Was Ken Carson trying to tell us that Playboi Carti is Batman?
I feel like I could be Batman. I feel like you could be Batman. Anybody could be Batman. You just gotta get the gadgets. Gadgets.
Nah, but for real, this is dope, and apparently picture of this cave just got leaked, as you guys can see on the screen. Apparently that is the studio. I cannot 100% confirm that, but that is what sources are saying, so it's entirely possible this is Playboi Carti's Batcave. The interview continues. They ask, I get the feeling you've always had a sense of trajectory. Was there a moment you knew it was really happening for you? Carti says, I'm a very humble guy. Okay, Carti. But since I was a little kid, with my mom and everything, I knew I was the shit. Anything I did, that was my vibe. I was doing this shit by myself. I was going to the studio by myself. I was a little kid. I always knew I had to do something, you know? I wasn't going to be, like, asked out at my mom's house. Like, nah. I had to make something out myself. I knew I wasn't going to college. I wasn't that type of guy. I had sports, and I have rap music. These are the two things I was good at, and I had to choose one, and I didn't have that many options. I had no other choice but to take advantage of the situation I'm in and be blessed in everything that comes to me, and I take it with a grain of salt and keep going. And like I said, I ain't dead. You know, when I do get there, I'll probably be saying the same thing. I'm not dead. You know, this album right here, I say this for everything, I think it's gonna be my best album because I'm just popping it. It starts with music. That's it. As long as I got that, it's up. I think Carti just confirmed the title of music again for like the third time. We knew that was the title, but it's really that, it seems. It's really that, it seems. Tell me what's next. Tell me about the new album. It's very important to me because I feel like I have something to prove. I'm just excited, you know. This is my moment. This is the one for me. So, is this the one for me? Because if you're asking me, I'd say Whole Lotta Red was the one for Carti. But if Carti really has this much confidence about the new album, and it sounds like that album is wrapping up its finishing touches, looking for a drop before the US leg of tour, I think we're in for something special. Now, I usually don't get excited when Carti says something, and really this interview wasn't really that much new information, but what's important that we take away from this is that it's lining up with the tour dates, there's an album on the way, and Carti is very excited about the album. Those are the three things that really I've taken away here, and I know that's kind of a nothing burger, but listen, us Carti fans are scraping for everything. This is the first Carti interview in over a year, I'm pretty sure, so we are excited. The album should be coming soon. Music, it is allegedly called. We're gonna be on the wait for that, but I wanted to get on this video and read this interview with you guys and let you guys know my thoughts and how I feel about it. And if you guys enjoyed watching, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss out on videos, updates, anything like that. Go in the description, follow my TikTok, my Spotify, my Twitter, my Instagram, get that weekly updated new music Friday playlist, and join my Discord down there too. And yeah, it's been Bryce. Peace.
Coming with the hot shit, all they do is talk shit. You can never top it, boy, just stop. High-end drunk, all that HD vision. All these other motherfuckers full of indecision. These are flowing through your city like drug money. Made a meal off rap, fuck drug money. And now you hit me like I got you whatever you need. But deep down, all my motherfucker bleed.